Diana, shall we start, Diana? Dhanalakshmi. So, good afternoon, students. So, today's class, we are going to see about how to get the input through external memory and also as well as your internal memory, data memory through memory pointers. Okay. So in previous programs, we used immediate addressing mode instruction. For example, move a comma hash 12. Okay. So we have used 8-bit data in the instruction directly. So which means your 8-bit data is directly specified in the instruction. So that method is not generalized one and also practically impossible. Okay. So before execution of every program, we need to change the inputs. Okay. To generalize the input, we have to get the input through your memory window, irrespective of that is either in internal memory or external memory window. Okay. So there are two methods to initialize the input data. One is the direct addressing. So using direct addressing instruction, we can initialize data. Okay. So this direct addressing is for accessing your internal RAM, internal data RAM. Okay. Second one via indirect addressing mode. Indirect addressing mode. So morning I have explained these two addressing mode. What is direct addressing mode? Please tell me. What is direct addressing?
The address is directly given to the accumulator.
Your address of?
The operand.
Address of operand. That is 8-bit address is directly specified in the instruction. Okay. And what is your indirect addressing mode? Here we have to use two pointers, that is R0 and R1. Plus your 16-bit pointer DPTR. Example, move a comma at R0. Okay. So move the content of internal memory whose address is in R0. Okay. So that will be transferred to accumulator. So there are two methods to initialize the input. One is direct addressing mode instruction via direct addressing mode instruction. So this addressing mode is used to access your data elements from internal data RAM. And another one is the indirect addressing mode using two 8-bit pointers and one 16-bit pointer. Okay. For accessing your external data memory. Okay. So first we will see about this indirect addressing mode. Okay. So here you can see we have two memory window. So this memory window is for code memory. So all your instruction opcodes and all your operands, that is mnemonics, will be stored in this core memory. And this one is your external data memory. Okay. So the address will be from 000 to 0FFF. So we can access any address in this window from 000 to FFF0. Okay. So it's like a user accessible area. We can access any address within this memory, that is external data memory. So before access that, you have to ensure So go to your project, edit project, and check these two memories are enabled. So you have to enable your external data memory and also external code memory. You have to enable this one, this option. Okay. To access both code as well as your data memory window. Okay. So next I'm going to get the input from 0010. Okay. So I'm entering inputs here. Okay. So your first instruction will be move DPTR, hash 16-bit address 0010. Okay. So what is the meaning of the first statement? Move DPTR, hash 0010. So that 0010 is address or data?
Address.
Huh? Address or data according to the first instruction.
Data.
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 Data, ma'am.
Hash represent the number, hex number is a data. If hash is absent, suppose if it is not present, that hexadecimal number would be taken as address. Okay. Here I have included this hash symbol, that is 0010. So let's execute this code. So I'm going to execute the first instruction. Move DPTR hash 0010. So look at here. Your DPL is loaded with 10. Please look at here. And DPH is loaded into, that is a 00 is loaded into DPH. So your processor consider this 16-bit value as a data. So that data is transferred to DPTR. So after execution, your DPTR holds this value 0010. So lower order 10 is loaded into DPL and higher order is loaded into DPH. So next I'm going to access the data available at 0010. For that I have to use this instruction, move X instruction. Move X A comma at DPTR. So what is the purpose of that at?
Pointer.
What does it indicate? Huh?
Pointer.
Pointer.
Pointer, ma'am. The contents of the.
Actually, that instruction
Memory
is
point.
to move the content of external memory whose address is in DPTR to accumulator. So that is the meaning. That is data pointed by accumulator is transferred to A. Okay. So first DPTR is loaded with 0010. So next instruction is move X A comma at DPTR. So I am trying to access data available at 0010. So this X represents external memory. Okay. So whatever data available at this 0010 will get transferred to your accumulator. Okay. Can you understand?
Yes.
Students?
Yes,
Yes
ma'am.
or no? Huh? Do you have any doubts? So what is your input in 0010 holds 10 input. So this 10 is the hexadecimal number. Okay. So after execution of this instruction, what will be the content of accumulator? So here, please listen, the value inside DPTR is 0010, okay? It is considered as address which holds the data. What is the data? Data is 10, okay? So which holds the data to be transferred to your accumulator. So after execution, what will be the content of accumulator? Do you understand my question? Students?
Ma'am, can you repeat the question?
P at DPTR means the data available at 0010. I have given 10 at your memory window. This is your memory window. 0010 is nothing but your external memory. So I have entered two inputs here. At 0010, we have 10. 0011, we have 20. See, the first row from 000 to 000F. Again, 10 to 1F. Likewise, all our memory locations are arranged. So I have entered two inputs at 0010, 0011. Okay, 10 store பண்ணிருக்கேன், 20 store பண்ணிருக்கேன். So according to this instruction, I am going to access the data available at 0010. 0010 என்ன data இருக்குங்கிறது என்னோட question. என்ன டேட்டா ஸ்டோர் பண்ணிருக்கேன்?
10.
இதுதான் 0010. It is a 16-bit address, external memory. இதுல என்ன டேட்டா ஸ்டோர் பண்ணிருக்கேன்?
10, ma'am.
10 and 20, ma'am.
10 and 20. So after execution, what will be the
Ma'am,
DPTR holds?
ma'am, excuse me,
Priya?
ma'am. Ma'am, you are not
Yes.
audible for some 10 seconds. You are not audible, ma'am.
Oh, okay, okay. Now I am audible?
Yes,
Am
ma'am.
I audible? Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
1 second, Diana. CIT cam connect ஆயிருக்குன்னு நினைக்கிறேன்.
Okay.
இப்போ audible பாருங்க.
Yes, ma'am. Only for some 10 seconds you were not
Yeah,
audible.
okay. See the given instruction move x a comma at DPTR. So before execution, your DPTR holds 16-bit value 0010. So what is the meaning of this at symbol at 0010? We are accessing the data available at 0010. In 0010, I have given data 10. After execution, your accumulator holds that value. Is that clear now?
Yes,
In
ma'am.
this way, we can access the data
Yes.
from external memory to your registers, 8051 register. Okay. So this instruction only works with accumulator alone. Okay. So the instruction syntax is move x a comma at DPTR. Okay. Move the content of external memory whose address is in DPTR to accumulator. Okay. That is the operation of this instruction. So this instruction will read the data byte pointed by DPTR, okay, pointed by DPTR and stored it in accumulator. So data will be taken only through accumulator. So here you have to give accumulator only, not any other register, okay. Is that clear now? Is that clear? Students, am I
Yes,
audible?
Yes, ma'am.
So let's execute this instruction, okay. See, first I will execute first instruction. Your DPTR holds 0010. Okay. So next instruction, I am trying to access data available at 0010. In 0010, I have given 10. Okay. So after execution, your accumulator holds 10. Suppose I am giving the value 1F. Okay. So now 0010 has 1F. So that should be transferred to your accumulator. So after execution, your accumulator holds 1F. Look at here. Your accumulator holds 1F. In this way, we can give your inputs through external memory window. Okay. So for getting next data, let's move this value to temporarily to B register. Okay. Again, increment DPTR to point the next memory location. Increment DPTR to point the next memory location. What will be the next memory location? So initially, it is pointing 0010. After incrementing, what will be the content of DPTR?
0011, ma'am.
0011. So 0011, we have 20. Just transfer that data using this instruction, move x a comma at DPTR. Okay. So let's execute this code. So DPTR is loaded with 0010. And next I will execute move X instruction. After execution, your first data is loaded into the accumulator. Okay. And next, I'm temporarily moving this data to B. Now your B register holds this 1F. So after that, I'm using move X A comma at DPTR. Okay. So now your A holds 20, B register holds 1F. Is that clear? So I have given two inputs here. So 1F is holded by which register? B register, and 20 will be holded by A register. So in this way, we can get the inputs through this external memory window. புரிஞ்சுதுங்களா? Doubts இருந்தா கேட்கலாம். Do you have any doubts?
No, ma'am.
Any doubts? Sir? என்னாச்சுங்க சார்?
Do you have any doubt?
என்ன இருக்கு சார்? இது முடியறதுக்கு
Doubts, you can unmute and ask.
any doubts? Okay. See, how many memory locations do we need for 8-bit addition? So you have to add two numbers. So how many memory locations do we need? Students, புரிஞ்சுதுங்களா என்னோட question? 8-bit addition perform பண்ணனும். எத்தனை மெமரி லொகேஷன்ஸ் வேணும்னு கேட்குறேன் for storing your inputs. Diana, நான் audible Diana?
Yes, ma'am. Yes.
Students, புரிஞ்சுதுங்களா என்னோட question? How many memory locations do we need for adding two numbers? See, add பண்றதுக்கு எவ்வளவு inputs வேணும்னு கேக்குறேன். எவ்வளவு inputs கொடுப்பீங்க விஷுவலா?
2 ma'am.
எவ்வளவு
2
inputs?
2 ma'am.
2 inputs. அப்ப எவ்வளவு memory locations required?
2 ma'am.
60 memory locations.
2 memory locations. Okay, va?
Yes, ma'am.
So 2 memory locations required. So you have to store your inputs in 2 memory location. So example 0010 has first data. 0011 has second data. So you have to fetch the data from this memory window, okay, and perform addition operation, okay. So after this instruction, you have to incorporate add instruction. So first data will be holded by which register? The first data will be in B register or A register?
A register, ma'am.
A register. Paranga, just look at the program. So first initially we transferred the 0010 to accumulator. After that B register. So first data was in B register. That is B register holds your first data. After incrementing DPTR, 0010 value is transferred to accumulator. So your first data will be holded by B register and second data will be holded by A register. Next, what would be the next step to perform addition?
Add A, comma B.
Add A, comma B. Okay. After that, you have to store your accumulator content into the corresponding memory location. For that, again, you increment DPTR, okay, and move X at DPTR, comma A. Terminate the program, okay. So 0010 holds 1F and 0011 holds 20. So I am going to add these two inputs and store the input in 0012. So for that, first I have to load this address in DPTR 0010 and use at DPTR, okay. So your accumulator holds 20. Am I audible, Dhanlakshmi?
Ma'am, screen is
Ma'am, break ஆகுற மாதிரி.
1 second இருங்கம்மா, ஒரு இந்த கேப் வைஃபைல இருந்து நான் ஜியோ டவுன்லோட் கனெக்ட் பண்றேன். Am I audible?
Yes, ma'am.
Sir?
Yes, ma'am.
Dhanalakshmi? Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
See? So 0, 0 holds 20 and B register hold 1F. So after that, I have incorporated this instruction, add A comma B, okay. After adding DPTR, I'm incrementing this DPTR. Now your DPTR is pointing 0, 0, 1, 2, okay. So here I am going to store the result. So add these two and find out the answer. Add 1F with 2, 0. What is the answer?
Ma'am, screen is not visible, ma'am.
3-0, ma'am.
3, 0.
3.
One second. 1F plus 2, 0. 3F. Answer is 3F. Okay. So let's execute this code. So DPTR is loaded with 0, 0, 1, 0. So after execution move X instruction, your accumulator holds 1F and that 1F is transferred to accumulator. Now your B register holds 1F and next move X A comma DPTR. That is, I'm trying to access this value, that is 0, 0, 1, 1 value, okay. So your now accumulator holds that value. So after execution, your accumulator holds 20. And after adding these two, your accumulator holds 3F. Look at here, 3F. Next, I'm incrementing DPTR and result will be stored in 0, 0, 1, 2. Okay. So using this window, you can check your result. So here 3F is stored at 0, 0, 1, 2. So in this way, we can fetch the data from external memory. Is that clear?
Ma'am, can we do this without incrementing the DPTR in the end?
You have to increment, no? Otherwise, on the data oda input na edukanumilla, we have to increment DPTR to get the input from the memory location. Screen is not visible.
It is visible.
I am presenting my screen.
Yes, ma'am. It is.
See, increment பண்ணீங்கன்னா தானே next memory location போகும். So
Yes.
here I have stored two inputs. One is at 0, 0, 1, 0 and second input is at 0, 0, 1, 1. I am going to add these two and store the result in 0, 0, 1, 1. For that, you have to incorporate increment DPTR. First, initially in 0, 0, 1, 0, here 0, 0, 1, 1, after that 0, 0, 1, 2.
Okay.
Is that clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Any other doubts?
No.
Yes. Okay, 0, 5.
No
What's your
doubts.
doubt? No doubts. Okay. So next, so how to access your external memory data using 8-bit pointers. Actually, DPTR is a 16-bit pointer. Next, we are going to see about how to access your external memory data using 8-bit pointers. So there are two 8-bit pointer. One is R0, other one is the R1. Okay. So we have two 8-bit pointers, R0 and R1. So only two instructions available, that is move X A comma at R0 and move X A comma at R1. Okay. So here your size of your external memory address is 16-bit. Okay. It has 4 digits. So in this window, you can see it has 16-bit address from 000 to FFF0. But 8-bit pointer can accommodate only 8-bit value alone. Okay. So for that, we have to use P2 port for storing your higher order. So when external memory is connected to your 8051 microcontroller, okay, this P2 acts as a higher order address bus. So I have explained this P2 configuration. Okay. When external memory is connected to 8051, your P2 acts as a higher order address bus, that is A8 to A50. It's configured as address bus, higher order address bus. It will carry address information. So suppose your input memory accessing address is 0010 means here you have to use P2 for storing your higher order address and 10 in your, that is R0, that is your lower order should be loaded into either R0 or R1. So your 16-bit address is divided into 8-bit and 8-bit, and LSB will be held by your 8-bit pointer and MSB will be held by your P2. So here P2 does not perform any IO operation. It will perform only memory related operation, because when external memory is connected, your P2 is configured as higher order address bus. So you have to store this MSB in P2 and your lower order either in R0 or in R1. Is that clear? So you have to initialize this P2. புரிஞ்சுதாப்பா?
Yes, ma'am.
புரிஞ்சுதுங்களா? So first one, we have used DPTR. It is a 16-bit DPTR. We can directly move the 16-bit value into DPTR and access the memory elements from your external memory window. Okay. So in this application, we are going to use 8-bit memory pointer. That case, you have to incorporate this P2 to hold your MSB of your address. Okay. So here, first load your P2. P2 with your higher order input 0010. Your address is your input address is 0010 means your higher order address is 00. It is divided into 8-bit, 8-bit. Okay. Your MSB will be held by P2. So load that 00 into P2. Okay. And next, move R0 comma hash 10H. Okay. P2 00, R0 10. So these two combine and generate 16-bit address 0010. Is that clear? Here R0 act as a pointer. Okay. So next, what is the next instruction? Move X A comma, instead of move X A comma DPTR, you have to include R0. So R naught is nothing but it's currently pointing 0, 0, 1, 0. So that 0, 0, 1, 0 content is now transferred to accumulator. Okay. And transfer that value into B register. Here, instead of increment DPTR, you have to incorporate. So instead of DPTR, we have used R naught pointer. If you increment pannano. Students, please reply.
What has to be incremented next?
R naught, ma'am.
R naught. Okay. So what is the next one? Move X, A, comma, at R
This is
naught.
R naught.
Now your R naught is pointing 0, 0, 1, 1. So that data has to be transferred to accumulator. Okay. After that, perform addition. A, comma, B. Again, increment R naught for storing your result. So after incrementing, this R naught is pointing 0, 0, 1, 2 and transfer your answer into at R naught. Please note down the code. See, initially you have to configure P2 and R naught as pointer by incorporating these two instructions. Okay. First, move your lower order address into P0 and higher order address into R0. And using move X instruction, access the data available at 0010 and transfer the data to accumulator and move that value into B register. And after that, I am incrementing R0. Your R0 is now pointing 0011. 0011. Okay. And transfer that value into accumulator. So your first data was in B register and second data was in accumulator. Add these two register content and result will be holded by accumulator. Again incrementing this R0. So now R0 is pointing 0012. Transfer your accumulator content to 001. So this is the another way of using your memory pointer. Either you can use DPTR directly or you can use 8-bit data pointer to access your memory elements from memory data elements from external memory window.
Excuse me, ma'am.
Any doubts?
Ma'am,
Yes?
ma'am, in the last step, instead of writing move X at R naught comma A, what will happen is we write A comma at R naught, ma'am.
See, your data should be transferred from source to destination, not destination to source. So look at the instruction. Suppose if you incorporate A comma at R naught means whatever data available at 0012 that is transferred to accumulator. So what is the objective here? We have to store the accumulator content. Okay. So increment R naught and transfer this accumulator content to at R naught.
Ma'am, but the result shows only the address.
In the results வந்து நீங்க memory windowல write பண்ணணும்ல அதுக்கு you have to use at DPTR in the place of destination operand. அதான் உங்க question.
Okay.
இப்போ நீங்க இங்க பாத்தீங்கன்னா after accessing your R0 we are transferring that value to accumulator in order to perform addition. அதுக்கு கண்டிப்பா one of the data must be in accumulator. அதுக்காக add A comma B. இது நீங்க வந்து மெமரியில ஸ்டோர் பண்ணனும்னா your operand goes like this only from source to destination.
Okay.
So move at R0 comma A means your accumulator content is transferred to the address pointed by R0. Your R0 is pointing 0012. Is that clear, ma? So 0012 la na accumulator oda value write pandren. Adukkaga your destination must be at R0, not A comma at R0. Okay?
Okay.
Any doubts? So all your data transfer will be from source operand to destination operand. Okay, so that is the syntax. Any other doubts? So next one, how to access data from internal data memory. So this operation belongs to indirect addressing mode. Okay. So have you noted? Students, code note பண்ணிக்கங்க. Please note it down.
See, if you understood this well, then rest of the coding will be very easy. Everything depends on how you move the data and how you do the operation.
Next one, accessing internal data memory. So this is your internal data memory. So the size of the address 8-bit here, not 16-bit. Suppose if you are accessing external memory, the address bus size is 16-bit. In case of internal data memory, the address is 8-bit. So here, your first row is the R0 register, okay, from 00 to 07. So these elements can be accessed either by register names or address. So suppose if you are using R0, so that can be accessed either register name R0 or the internal address of R0 is 00. Okay. So I am transferring this 10H to R0. So after execution, what will be the content of R0?
One zero.
10. Okay. So next instruction, move a comma at R0. So after execution, what will be the content of accumulator?
10, ma'am.
So what is the meaning of this at R0?
Whatever was there on the address 10.
Whatever data available at 10, that is transferred to accumulator. Okay. So our first instruction, move R0, comma, hash 10H. Okay. Next, move a comma at R0. Okay. Terminate the program. Let's execute this code. So before execution, you have to load 8-bit data at 10. So the given address is 10. Initially, 10 is loaded into R0, and I am using move a comma at R0. That is data pointed by 10 will get transferred to accumulator. Here you have to enter 24. Okay. So execute the instructions step by step. So first I will execute move R0 comma hash 10. So here, to look at here, where R0 is loaded with 1, 0, and also your internal memory. So this is your R0. So bank 0 R0. Default bank selection is bank 0. So first one is the bank 0. So this bank 0 contains 7 registers from R0 to R7. Now after execution, your R0 holds 1, 0. Is that clear now? So now I am executing move A comma at R0. So what is the value? That is, what is the value stored at 1, 0? 24. Okay. So after execution, your accumulator holds 24.
Ma'am,
Yes.
ma'am, why we are using 24 at the third row, ma'am? Bank 2.
Actually, here, see, the address ranges from first, first row, your first element internal address 00. இப்போ இந்த எலிமெண்டோட internal address 00. Next 01. இப்போ நீங்க இந்த box highlight ஆகுதுல, just look at the box. The address of that element 01. Next 02. Likewise 07. Okay. So that is the internal address. Okay. Here from 8 to F. Okay. After that, the internal memory address 10. This is your 10. So what instruction we have incorporated here? Move A comma at R0. What is R0 content? 10. சரிங்களா? 10 இருக்கிற டேட்டாவை நான் அக்யூமுலேட்டருக்கு லோட் பண்ணணும். அதுக்கு நான் 10 இன்புட் கொடுத்தாதானே that should be transferred to accumulator. புரிஞ்சுதுங்களா? This is the internal memory. 10ங்கிறது internal memory.
Yes, ma'am. Ma'am, whatever we will give to
like your external memory, this window is your internal memory. It is user accessible area. You can access the memory location from 00 to FF. I think 00 to FF.
yes,
Okay.
okay.
So இப்போ நான் 10ங்கிற input கொடுத்திருக்கேன். So according to this instruction, move A comma at R0 அப்படின்னா data pointed by 10 transferred to will get transferred to accumulator. So அப்ப நான் 10ல ஒரு input கொடுக்கணும்ல, அந்த input வந்து it's transferred to accumulator.
Yes, ma'am.
Is that clear now? புரிஞ்சுதுங்களா? இப்போ நீங்க அங்க கொடுக்குறீங்களா external memoryல you are giving some inputs. அதே மாதிரி whatever address you are specifying in the instruction, you have to include some inputs in the corresponding memory location. So just a sample input. Any value you can give based on your requirement. Any value you can give. So what type of addressing mode is this? Move A comma at R0. What type of addressing mode?
Indirect address.
Indirect addressing. So here you can include your instructions. Move B comma A. And temporarily transferring accumulator content to B register. Now I am incrementing R0. If R0 increment pannana, what will be the content of R0? R0 is pointing which address?
1.
1. It's pointing 1. I am incrementing R0. So what is the next instruction? Move A comma at R0. So the data available at 11 will get transferred into accumulator. Okay. After that, I'm including A comma B. Increment R0. Now your R0 is pointing 1 to 1 1 1 0 1 1 and 1 2. Okay. Next, transferring result into memory location. Move at R0 comma B. So in this way, we can perform addition using this internal memory. That is internal data memory. Okay. So next, I am going to give the second input at Instagram. R0 I'm going to give the second input. First input, for example, 24. Second input, FF. Okay. So using this program, I am going to add 24 and FF and store the result in 0, 0, 1, 2. Okay. So first your R0 is loaded with 1, 0. That is your R0 is currently pointing 1, 0. So next instruction, move A comma at R0. So this 24 is transferred into accumulator after execution of this instruction. Okay. Is that clear? And next, I'm transferring that value into B register. Now B register holds 24. Next, I'm loading the second data, FF. For that, I have incremented R0 and transferred R0 content into accumulator. Now your accumulator holds 24. Okay. FF. Second data was loaded into accumulator. So after adding, both the values are added, 24 plus FF. So the answer will be 2, 3. So that will be loaded into your accumulator. Next, I am incrementing R0. It's pointing next memory location 1, 2. Next, I am going to store that accumulator content into the 1, 2. So what is the answer? 24 is stored at 1, 2 memory location. Is that clear?
Yes, ma'am.
For accessing input,
Yes, ma'am.
either you can use external memory window or internal RAM memory. Okay. Is that clear? Any doubts? Any doubts, students? Suppose this symbol is absent here. So what operation to be performed? Instead of moving 8-bit value, I directly assign address into R0. So what will happen? When suppose I am moving 1, 0 directly into R0. So move A comma at R0 means at of 1, 0 or content of 1, 0. Please tell me.
At of 1, 0.
Actually, in previous case, move R0 comma hash 1, 0, move A comma at R. So the purpose is we are moving the data available at 1, 0 to accumulator. Now this is not present. So after execution, what will be the content of accumulator? So after execution, your R0 holds 10. Okay. That is R0 is loaded with 10. Okay. Here 10, whatever data available, for example, 0, 1, okay, that should be loaded into R0. So the meaning is at 0, 1. So the value available at 0, 1 memory location transferred to accumulator. So that is the difference when the symbol is not present. Okay. First your R0 is loaded with 10. Okay. The 10 has a 8-bit data. So I am using move A comma at R0 means at of that 8-bit data that data is transferred to accumulator. Okay, so we will execute this code. Move R0, 10H. Okay. Move A, at R0. Okay. So before execution, giving 0, 1. Okay, execute this code, and 1 as the value FF. So first your R0 is loaded with 0, 1. Okay, whatever data available at 1, 0, that data is transferred to R0. That is content of 1, 0. So what is the content of 1, 0? I have entered 0, 1. So the content of 1, 0 is transferred to accumulator. So next instruction I have included move A, at R0 means this at of A1 is transferred to accumulator. So at of A 01 is, that is 01 holds FF. This value is transferred to accumulator. So now your accumulator holds FF. புரிஞ்சுதுங்களா? 10 அப்படிங்கிற வேல்யூல the symbol is not present. So the meaning is that the content of 10 address, 8-bit address is transferred to accumulator. But 10 has 01 8-bit data. So after execution, your R0 holds 01. So after that, I'm using move A, at R0, which means at 01 will get transferred to, that is data pointed by R0 will get transferred into accumulator. So this is your 01 address. Okay, so 01 holds FF, that value is transferred to accumulator. Is that clear? So can you understand the difference between move R0, #10 and move R0, 10? Is that clear?
Yes, ma'am.
So here I'm going to perform 8-bit addition using this addressing mode. So move this value to B register. Next, increment DPT, the increment R0. So after incrementing R0, your R0 holds, initially it holds 0, 1. After incrementing, what will be the content of R0? Students, புரிஞ்சுதா உங்களுக்கு? So first 10 load பண்ணிட்டப்பா, 10 இருக்க content வந்து 0, 1. So அது R0 இருக்கு. Next move A, at R0 அப்படின்னா at of 0, 1. So whatever data available at 0, 1 memory location is transferred into accumulator. அதை B registerல transfer பண்ணியாச்சு. Next I am incrementing R0. இப்போ R0 எதை point பண்ணணும்னு கேட்குறேன்.
02.
முதல்ல இனிஷியலா இதுல இருக்கு 01ல இருக்கு. இப்போ R0 எதை point பண்ண? Now it's pointing 02. Okay. Next, get the data. Move A, at R0. Next, add A, B. Increment R0. Okay. Now your R0 is pointing 1, 2. Okay. Sorry. 0, 1, 0, 2, 0, 3. Okay. Next, move at R0, A. Okay. So நீங்க எங்க inputs கொடுப்பீங்க இப்ப? Please tell me. உங்களோட inputs வந்து எங்க ஸ்டோர் பண்ணணும்?
internal memory.
அதான் இன்டர்னல் மெமரி தான். என்ன அட்ரஸ்ல எல்லாம் ஸ்டோர் பண்ணுவீங்க?
01
01 and 02 and store your result at 03. Okay. So execute this code. சரிங்களா? So give 01. Okay. And at 1 you have to enter your inputs. 1 1. So your R naught is loaded with 01. Your R naught is currently pointing the 01. 01 is nothing but this value. Okay. So now 11 is loaded into accumulator. Your first data is available in A register. Next, your B register holds your first data after execution of this move B, A. Incrementing R naught. Your R naught is pointing which one now? 02. Okay. So the data available at 02 is 12. So this 12 has to be transferred into accumulator. So now your accumulator holds 1, 2. Okay. So after adding these two, your accumulator holds 23. 11 plus 12, 23, and result will be stored at 03. So 23 will be stored at 0. So this method is called direct addressing method. So using direct address, we can initialize our input through your internal memory window. Is that clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So next addressing mode, in-text addressing mode. That is how to access data from code memory. Okay. So what instruction is used to access your core memory? Morning class I have explained that. What instruction is that? To access data elements from core memory?
C.
Move C. So move C. So this is the syntax A comma at A plus dptr. So using this instruction, we can access the data elements from our code memory. So this instruction is mainly used for accessing data elements from lookup table applications. So using this instruction, we can load our pre-calculated values in code memory. Okay. And also we can access that elements using this instruction move C A comma at A plus dptr. So this instruction is mainly used to access data elements from lookup table. So lookup table is nothing but, so it contains the pre-calculated values, and this should be stored in core memory only, not data memory. Okay. So here the first instruction move dptr comma hash 00b0. So after execution your dptr holds 00b0. And next instruction your accumulator is loaded with 8-bit value 02. Okay. So 02 is copied into accumulator. So move C A comma at A plus dptr means this accumulator value is added with your dptr value. So new value will be calculated. So content of that new address is transferred into accumulator. So that is the main. So what is the new address according to this calculation? according to the values given. So DPTR holds 00B0 and your accumulator holds 02. According to this instruction format, B0 is added with 02. What is the new value? Can you understand my question, students? இருக்கீங்களா இல்ல போயிட்டீங்களா? ஒரே ஒரு பொண்ணு தான் ரெஸ்பாண்ட் பண்ணிட்டே இருக்கா 07. So tell me the answer. Your accumulator B00B0 is added with 02. Now what is the answer?
00B2.
00B2, that's all. According to the instruction, the data available at B00B2 is transferred to your accumulator. And according to this instruction, input should be stored in core memory. So that is the important point. So you have to store your input in core memory, not in data memory. Okay. Move DPTR, comma, hash 00B0H. Okay. Next move A, comma, hash 02H. Move C, A, comma, at DPTR, sorry, A plus DPTR. A plus DPT. Terminate the code. Okay. So go to your code memory area. So here you can see your opcodes. The first instruction requires 3 bytes of addressable memory. So first byte is for storing your opcode. 90 is the opcode for move DPTR instruction. And we have initialized 16-bit address. So first LSB will be stored, next MSB will be stored. And after that, this is the opcode for move A, comma, hash 02. So first one represents opcode for move A and 022 is the immediate data. And this 93 is a single byte instruction. That is move C is the single byte instruction. So opcode for this instruction is 93. So all your opcodes are stored in this core memory window. So I have used this address 00B0. So I am entering some data 64. Four, 5, 6, 6. So let's assume these values are some pre-calculated values. For example, for square root of calculating square root of given number or square of given number or logarithmic of given number. Okay. Let's assume all these values are pre-calculated value. Okay. So I am going to access 00B2. So what is the content of 00B2? Your 00B2 holds 66. Okay. So after execution, your accumulator must hold this value. Okay. So your DPTR holds 00B0. So let's assume this 02 is your offset value. So this will be your base value. Okay. So I am executing move C A comma at A plus dptr. Okay. So look at the accumulator content 66. So whatever data element we stored here that is in code memory, using this instruction, we can access the data. Is that clear?
Ma'am, can
So
we
your
take the
offset base address is added with offset address. Suppose if you want to access next memory location, you have to incorporate increment accumulator. Again, you include move C A comma at A plus dptr. In this way, you can access all the elements.
ma'am?
Yes.
Explain this code memory again, ma'am, for 00B0.
சொல்லுங்கம்மா புரியல. Can you repeat that question?
Explain code memory in 00B0 again, ma'am.
Please louder, ma. I'm unable to.
She's asking to repeat, ma'am.
Which one? Code memory or
Code memory.
Code memory.
00B0 சொன்னீங்கல்ல ma'am.
See, code memory is mainly for storing your output. Okay. After execution, this code memory contains all your instruction codes. So according to these instructions, your opcodes will be stored in this code memory. So this particular instruction is mainly used to access data elements from lookup table. Lookup table is nothing but it contains already pre-calculated values. Okay, your 8051 does not have any instruction to calculate square root. Similarly, to calculate square. For that, similarly for calculating sin x. Okay, so for that application, we need to load some values in code memory. For that application, we have to access that code memory elements using this instruction. Okay, here dptr holds your base address, your accumulator holds the offset value. Okay, that is 00B0 is the starting address of your lookup table. So according to this application, I am going to access 00B2 data element from code memory. For that, I have used this instruction move C A comma at A plus dptr. நீங்க என்ன பண்ணனும்னா code memoryல போய் you have to give some pre-calculated values. இப்போ நான் கொடுத்திருக்க address 00B0. 00B0 I have stored some value. So the offset value is 002. Okay. So according to this instruction, your A will get added with dptr content. Okay. So your accumulator holds 02 and dptr holds 00B0. So both the values get added. So the new address will be 00B2. So 00, this is 00B0. This is 00B1 and this is 00B2. So after execution, the 66 அப்படிங்கிறது எதுல transfer ஆயிருக்கும்னா accumulator transfer ஆயிருக்கும். This code C represents code memory. Suppose இங்க if we are using X here அப்படின்னா it represents external data memory. Okay, so after execution, your accumulator holds this value. Suppose I am giving 03 here. Okay. So 0B3. So you have to load some value here after execution. So 64, 65, 66, 67, 68. Okay. So 00B0 is loaded and 03 is loaded into accumulator. So new address will be calculated. So new address is 00B3. Okay. So what is the content of 00B3? This is B0, B1, B3. So 66. So now 66 is, sorry, 67 or 66? 67. B0, B1, B2, B3. So now 67 is transferred into accumulator. Is that clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So I have explained how to access data elements from your external memory using DPTR and also using your 8-bit data pointers. Okay. And also I have explained how to access data elements in your internal RAM memory using direct addressing mode and indirect addressing mode. And finally, how to access data elements from code memory. So these concepts are very important before start writing the start our assembly language program. Okay. Any other clarification?